What's up, Ranger Nation? It is your boy JB, and I am here with a more phenomenal Ranger talk. And this is the 20-year anniversary, which I've already missed it. It was the 20-year anniversary of Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. So, you guys, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue that premiered on, I think it was February 12th, 2000, the year 2000. So, at that time, I was 10 years old. I was getting ready to turn 11 years old. Wow. Wow. So this series of Power Rangers, it consisted of 40 plus it consists of 40 episodes. So the first two episodes, I actually missed them. I actually completely missed episode 1, Operation Lightspeed. And then I kind of with episode 2, I missed some of it too, but I woke up in enough time to record it. So this was back in the days of the good old VHS tapes. So on Saturday mornings, I used to always wake up at 7 o'clock to watch Power Rangers. Now, if I knew that I was going, like if I woke up early that Saturday morning, what I would do is I would set a timer to record it or set a timer to wake me up. But somehow I literally forgot I forgot about it and missed the first two episodes. I actually didn't catch episodes 1 and 2 until the VHS tape out. The VHS tape came out. Now, I did see episode 3 in its entirety. I actually woke up and saw that one. That was the episode where we were introduced to Vipra, princess of, which is she, the princess of the demons? Yeah. So we were introduced to Vipra. Yeah, you know what? I just dated myself talking about VHS tapes. So, you guys, Lightspeed Rescue. Going into Lightspeed Rescue, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like Lightspeed Rescue because it was coming off the heels of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. And if you guys have been around my channel for a minute, you guys know that Power Rangers Lost Galaxy is my #1 favorite season of all times. So when I first watched it, the episode that I watched, episode 2, which was Lightspeed Teamwork, was when they got the rail rescues and the Rescue Megazord. I was a little iffy about that. I was like, okay, I wasn't really that big into it at the first episode that I saw. I'm gonna tell you why I wasn't really big into it. It was Kelsey. Kelsey's voice in that first episode was so annoying to me, and I just want to find any little thing wrong with this episode to make myself not like it. But after I started watching it more and more, I fell in love with Lightspeed Rescue. So you guys, let's just keep on pushing, shall we? All right. So next, let's talk about the Rangers. So the Rangers of this season, Lightspeed Rescue. Red Ranger, his name was Carter Grayson. You had Dana Mitchell, was the Pink Rescue Ranger. You had Kelsey Winslow, the Yellow Rescue Ranger. Joel Rollins, the Sky Cowboy, the Green Rescue Ranger. You had Chad Lee, who was the Blue Ranger, and you had the original U.S. made Ranger, which was the Titanium Ranger. That was Ryan Mitchell. So our villains of this season was Vipra, Lokai. I forgot to put Jinxer on here, but Jinxer, you had Olympius, Impus, Queen Benshira, Diabolico, and I believe that's it, you guys. Yeah, that's it for the villains. Yeah, because we got 2 more villains that came later in the season, but they were just on there for 2 episodes. As far as our allies of this season, it was Captain Mitchell and Miss Fairweather. Miss Fairweather was the brains behind everything in the Aqua Base. She was behind the rescue morphers, the rail rescues, the Lightspeed Megazord, the Max Solar Zord, the V Lancers, the Rescue Bird. What else was it? The Battle Boosters, the Mega Battles. What else do we have? The Rescue Blasters. I'm missing something. The Omega Megazord, the Life Force Megazord. What else was there? God, what was that thing that Carter flew? You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh God, and I watched that episode a few weeks ago, and I cannot remember the name of it. But the Mega Battles, Carter's his armor mode. Like I said, the thing that Carter flew. Miss Fairweather was the genius behind everything that in the Rangers arsenal. Okay, Okay, so now let's just jump over into the episodes, you guys. All right, you guys. So this video might be short. I didn't put too much planning into it when I decided to do this video, but hopefully it's long enough. So the episodes, the first 16 episodes were just the first season. So that was Operation Lightspeed, the first episode where we were introduced to the Rangers, where we saw Dana. She went out on a mission by Captain Mitchell to get, Carter, Kelsey, Chad, and Joel. And she was surprised when he chose her to be a ranger. He had trained her. And you guys, one thing I will say that I definitely liked about Lightspeed Rescue as opposed to the past seasons like Lost Galaxy, In Space, Turbo, Zeo, MMPR. The thing that I liked about this season was that these were actual adults. Because Carter was a firefighter, Dana was an EMT, training to be, going to school to be a doctor. I like that aspect about this season was the fact that they dealt with real life stuff. So I definitely enjoyed that about Lightspeed Rescue, because that was something that no season had really tackled. So, I definitely enjoyed that. Then the next episode was Trial by Fire, where we were introduced to Vipra, where the episode where Carter had that, realization that maybe he was not cut out to be a ranger. Then we had Riding the Edge. That was the episode where Nancy, I think that was her name, where she was in the plane and Diabolical of them was using a tornado. Then A Matter of Trust. This is the episode where they had the fuel cell, where Captain Mitchell tricked the demons thinking that the Rangers had the fuel cell when it was actually Dana who had the fuel cell. The Wheels of Destruction. The rescue cycles. The Lightspeed cycles. I completely forgot about the Lightspeed cycles. Wheels of Destruction is when Viper had her Vibe Heart and Miss Fairweather made the Lightspeed cycles. The Cyborg Rangers, that is the episode where the Rangers were replaced by the Cyborg Rangers. But the Cyborg Rangers, they had a malfunction and they turned evil. Up to the Challenge. I know this episode. That is the episode where where the guy was trying to challenge Chad to fight him. But Chad didn't want to fight him. Go Volcanic. That is the episode where, Go Volcanic. That's the episode where Dana was on the bus and the guy pulled a gun. Yep, I believe that's it, because Rising from the Ashes is where the episode from episode number 2 and another monster, I can't remember which, and another monster rise up from Queen Bensura made them rise from deep in the shadows. Or did I get those confused? From deep in the shadows. Maybe I got those episodes confused. If I did, you guys can correct me. Truth and Discovery is next. And this is leading into the Titanium Rangers saga. This is where Ryan's Destiny, that is so weird. So thinking about Ryan's Destiny, if you guys remember, Ryan's Destiny is when Captain Mitchell realized that the Titanium Ranger was his son. And you guys remember when Ryan and Dana were younger and Captain Mitchell went over that cliff, Diabolico saved Ryan. Where did he keep... the demons were trapped in a tomb. So where do they keep Ryan at? Interesting, huh? So next we get the Cobra. The whole saga about the Cobra. So we get Curse of the Cobra. Then we get Strength of the Sun. And Strength of the Sun, that is the episode in which Ryan got the Max Solar Zord when he wasn't supposed to get into the Max Solar Zord because the Cobra was slithering up his back. And then the season finale of Lightspeed Rescue was the Cobra Strikes Back. Well, it's actually the Cobra Strikes, when Ryan went to the temple to fight the Cobra. And he defeated the Cobra. And the Rangers also defeated Diabolico in that episode. And once they defeated Diabolico's star power went to Impus, which took us into our hiatus, and we got ready for season 2. So now we're gonna talk about season 2. All right, you guys. So with season 2, it opened up with Olympias Ascends. Olympias was like literally one of my least favorite villains on this season because he was a spoiled brat. I actually, after Diabolico was defeated, I'm like, man, I miss Diabolico. And that was crazy to miss a villain because I literally missed Diabolico with Olympias's. He was just a runt, a brat. He was worse than Trakina was. The next episode was A Phase from the Past. Now, Carter's whole thing this whole season was Carter. The reason why Carter became a fireman is because he was trapped in a fire when he was a kid, and a fireman saved him. Now, I had figured this out even as a 10 and 11-year-old boy. I figured out who the fireman was that saved Ryan early in the season. I think I figured it out. I put 2 and 2 together when I watched episode 3 of Lightspeed Rescue. I didn't know too much about Carter, but when you start to hear about Carter's backstory, I'm like, wouldn't it be interesting if, and I said it, wouldn't it be interesting if Captain Mitchell is that fireman that saved Ryan? And in A Phase from the Past, we found out that it was, in fact, Captain Mitchell that saved Carter from the fire. So then we go into the Queen's return. So Queen Bansheera, she had a ceremony to, get her bodily form back, but the Rangers stopped that ceremony, and she was only able, she didn't get her full form back. It's like she was just like this the whole season, just moving around. So, I thought it was funny. So next up is the Omega Project. With the Omega Project, we got the Omega Megazord, and that's where we're introduced to Simon, that was a friend of Joel's, that had found an asteroid that was heading toward Earth, and I think it was an asteroid that Queen Bansheera was sending. Yep, it was, because the Rangers went on the asteroid with the Omega Megazord, but they got caught in it, but eventually they broke free. And then the next episode is the 5th Crystal. This is the episode where Viper was selling crystals so that she could, power up her laser that she had. Kelsey's grandmother had one of the crystals, the Starlight Crystals. That's exactly what the name of them were, the Starlight Crystals. So yeah, Kelsey's grandmother was rich. She didn't want to give Kelsey just the Starlight Crystal. Then the next episode is The Chosen Path. I don't remember that episode. The Chosen Path. The Chosen Path. Oh, okay. I remember The Chosen Path now. The Chosen Path. That episode is the episode in which Chad's mentor was mentoring a monster. Of all things, you're talking to a monster. Then the next episode is titled Yesterday Again. So this is the episode where Carter got the transmobile. Nope, that's not the transarmored vehicle. What the hell is the name of that thing? Because that's the episode where Carter got his little thing that flies, that Joel, was training him to fly. Because the same day kept repeating again. The first time it happened, the Rangers were destroyed by Olympias when they called on the rescue bird. But then Carter was able to save them. And as time runs out. Okay, as time runs out, I know this episode as well. So as time runs out, that's the episode where that spore was on the Rangers Morphers. Is that correct, guys? Where they had to go in, they had to go into outer space to let all the spores fly out. And because if they opened in the city, it was going to destroy all the people of the city. In the Free Zone is next. In the Free Zone. That is the episode where they got the thermal blasters, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. That's the thermal blasters, I believe. I'm almost positive that's the thermal blasters. Correct me if I'm wrong here, guys. It's been a few weeks since I watched Lightspeed Rescue. Then the Mighty Mega Battles. This episode was hilariously funny to me because Joel, he wanted so badly from his to date Miss Fairweather. and he met Clark, who he thought for the whole episode was Miss Fairweather's boyfriend. Turns out Clark was Miss Fairweather's brother, where she made the mega battles that were designed for Joel and for Chad. Which I was interesting, the fact that Joel and Chad got armored modes, but Carter didn't. Now, we had 2 seasons before where the Red Rangers got armor. That was In Space and Lost Galaxy. So I was like, is Carter gonna get one? So then the next episode up is The Great Egg Caper. That episode did not make any sense to me, to be quite honest with you, where where that one guy kidnapped that egg, that demon egg, and he was ransoming the egg. Didn't make any sense to me. Ocean Blue. This is the episode where we were introduced to Marina, Chad's love interest, who was a mermaid. And Viper used that against Chad. And then next up is one of my, I can't say it's one of my favorite episodes, because it wasn't the best. It wasn't great, but it wasn't really bad either. But it was more so on the bad side, and that is Trakeena's Revenge. Again, you guys, I love me some Lost Galaxy. Hands down, my favorite season. But Trakeena's Revenge was plagued with a lot of issues from the beginning. The biggest issue was the fact that Amy Miller didn't return as Trakeena, so there was another woman. Jennifer Burns is her name. I've never been able to find out what the woman looks like. After 20 years, I still have no idea what she looks like. Jennifer Burns. Then the other issue was the fact of this whole episode surrounded a young girl by the name of Heather, which I wasn't a fan of that. I definitely was not a fan of Heather. Then the other thing that plagued this episode was the fact that Leo, although Leo was there in ADR, that was not his voice. He was not the voiceover. And then also the Sentai footage. They used so much Sentai footage in this episode, it was ridiculous. And, to this day, I still say that the Trakeena that they destroyed is not my Trakeena. I don't know who that was, but that wasn't Trakeena that they defeated in that final form. Trakeena is still out there somewhere, harmed and bruised. That's how I feel. And the other thing about the episode that I did not enjoy was the fact that the morph. Lost Galaxy had an original morph, and we did not use Lost Galaxy's morph. We used Gingaman's morph. Why did we use Gingaman's morph? I still don't understand it to this day. Why? Why? But let's move on. So the next episode is The Last Ranger. This is the episode where all the Rangers lost their memories except for Dana. And, Miss Fairweather had to put DVDs in of the Rangers' memories. The next one is The Sorcerer in the Sand. I can't remember this episode. The Sorcerer in the Sand. I think this is when Olympius was in the Shadow World, I believe. The next word is Olympius Unbound, and that is where Olympius was trying to get out of the Shadow World, where Jinxer possessed Captain Mitchell to take the star power to give Olympius power to get out of the Shadow World. Neptune's daughter, this is where a monster was threatening to destroy both, Marina's world and the Rangers' world. The Web War. Now, the Web War. This is the episode in which Carter got his armored power. I remember that. And the Limelight. That's the episode where Dana was modeling, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think that's the episode where Dana was modeling. And then the Wrath of the Queen. That episode was ridiculous. Like, she was ruthless. To get her bodily form back, she took Viper's spirit. And then you had the Rise of the Super Demons. That was the rise of Olympius and Diabolico as Super Demons, where they had to use the Life Force Megazord to destroy those two. Then the Fate of Lightspeed, and this is the ending, the season finale, where they defeated Queen Benshira. Actually, Diabolico helped the Rangers trap Queen Benshira. I thought that was hilarious in itself. Completely funny. So yeah, that is it for Lightspeed Rescue, you guys. Lightspeed Rescue, like I say, I know Tony, you told me that most fans don't like Lightspeed Rescue. I don't know why most fans don't like Lightspeed Rescue. I thoroughly enjoyed Lightspeed Rescue. I thought it was a great, phenomenal season. It could have been a little bit better with definitely with Trakina's Revenge, but other than that, Lightspeed Rescue to me was an A+ season. Yeah, it's definitely in my top 10. Definitely in my top 10. I don't remember if I ranked it in my top 10 in my last video, but it's one of my top 10 Ranger shows. But, that is it for the 20-year anniversary of Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Yeah, so be sure to tell me, guys, what if you guys liked Lightspeed Rescue. If you didn't, what was your favorite episode? What did you guys think about Trakina's Revenge? Did you enjoy it? Did you feel like I did? Just leave your comments and we'll discuss, you guys. Later.